Hey, WheelSnipeSelly here. It is Wednesday, April 26th, 2023. Pardon some of the noise. I'm having a new roof put on, some new shingles, so apologize if you hear some hammering, nails, and whatnot, but we'll go ahead and dive in. So looking at the top left here, we traded down into the weekly fair value gap, filled that in, and then we started trading down into this daily fair value gap. So those were the two areas of interest that I was looking at today. And you can see I started to break down, I started to price grade the daily fair value gap because I was basically waiting to the end of the day for a trade. So looking at the 4 hour here, we had this huge movement down on that 4 hour 10 o'clock candle. And then this was pretty bearish because we couldn't even get up to 50% of this. So 50% would have been at 421. So we didn't even get up there. This morning was pretty bearish, so let's just go down to the 1 hour. So I was basically still expecting this to be bearish today. Looking at this 1 hour, we couldn't even take out the 6 o'clock open candle. So just kind of coming in, I was waiting to see some type of movement to take buy side. For my ideal short, I wanted to see a run above this high and then look for a short. You can see we broke down. Let me see if I can delete this off. So we took out this low here at 7 a.m. Then we kind of chopped around. We took out that low at 7. We took that out on the 10 o'clock candle, reversed up, cleared out this buy side, and then reverse back down. So let's go down into the 15 minute. So I was kind of avoiding the morning session. I wasn't interested in taking a trade since that big movement lower, so I wanted to see what we were doing. Once we took out this swing low here, I was just kind of watching this for another entry short. So I had tweeted out, we had filled this opening range gap, and I was looking for price to retrace up into this breaker and this order block on the 15 minute. I didn't get a chance to enter, so the only entry was this first fair value gap here. It wasn't within 50% of this high and this low. I didn't take it. Let's go to the 5 minute. This is where I was really framing it. So we took out buy side. We had a market structure shift. I wanted to see it come up here for me to enter this trade. So I let it go without me. It did come up into this other 15-minute fair value gap, but this wasn't something I was willing to take after kind of seeing it chopping around like that. So let this kind of go for the afternoon, continued to watch. And so once we took out this low, my trade idea to take this down to sell side was accurate, just didn't get a fill. So you can see our opening range gap here. We filled that in right here. So this is our opening range gap. Some of you had asked what this was. So this is the close from the previous day before and the 9:30 equities open. So whatever the closing price and the opening price is, this is our opening range gap. It has a tendency to come in and fill this in. And you can see that we just filled this in and then we rejected lower. So once I saw this, I was like, okay, yeah, we're looking for a short. This looks good. But didn't actually have an entry offered. So let's go back to the electronic trading hours. So I had this fair value gap noted. Once we started getting down into, I wonder where I'm not sure what happened with my weekly and daily. Is it not showing here? Should be showing. I don't know, maybe TradingView's glitching out. But basically, I have these marked green here, so I knew that we were trading down into this, the weekly and the daily fair value gap. Now, if you look where I have these lines here, let me expand this out. So I have the daily fair value gap 25%, 50%, and 75%. So the daily fair value gap was here. Let's just do it real quick, because this was the basis idea of my trade. So we got this, and we got this. Okay. I don't know why it's not showing on a lower time frame. It's weird. Oh, I need to drag it back over. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so going back down to the 5 minute. So this is what I was looking at, and I'll kind of show how I was framing this coming into the last hour. So we right at 225, we made a swing high. This didn't retrace up high enough for me to consider going in, so let this one go. Noted this buy side. This was going to be the initial target, and then once we came down, we made another swing high. We were already super down into the range, so I wasn't going to look for another short. Like, I was basically done looking for shorts for the day once we got into the 3 o'clock hour. So I was looking for a long to trade into buy side, because we kept taking out sell side. And so just showing, we have this 5 minute fair value gap here. This was my main target. We have this target here. We have buy side here, buy side here, buy side here. So that's what these higher, and then we have this 5 minute order block right here. So I didn't want to go too up into this. I just was happy with that, with my 5 handles on this one. So let's go another 1 minute. I actually executed on a 15-second today. So this is what I was looking at coming in. I had this buy side noted. This was like the ultimate target, if you will. This would be like my highest target if I wanted to hold for that, if I had multiple positions. So we took sell side here. We ran up, took sell side, ran up, took sell side, chopped around right here. If you remember yesterday, this 1550 candle, like, I don't know if this is like my time frame, my time window of when I need to trade, but I'm starting to really like this, because I was waiting. I was watching all of this. So I didn't get in anywhere in here, all this chop. I was waiting to start to see that movement from the algorithm. So we took out the sell side, and then we have this here. So I was waiting to see if it wanted to take this one out once more, but you can see we already traded down into the 50% of that daily fair value gap. So you can see how the bodies are respecting that. So this was one of my initial confluences for taking a long towards the end of the day, and we had been bearish all day. So looking for a retracement back up into the candle, like ICT teaches. So right around here, right when this 1550 candle hit, we go down, we take out sell side. I was like, okay. So I was waiting. We came up, we didn't have a market structure shift here. So still waiting right here. Once we punch through this candle's high, market structure shift, fair value gap, order block, entered right on that fair value gap order block. 5 handles. I could have taken it to this buy side because it was right into that 5 minute fair value gap, but I just needed to get a win for the day. So I needed to get a win after yesterday, but this felt good. Being able to kind of see, like, once I saw this initial movement. So from now on, starting at 1550, if the move hadn't already happened and I had been watching, I'm going to look for the opposite direction of whatever that initial movement is and wait for the setup. So this might be my time of day that I operate in. I don't know. I just really like being able to see the whole day's action. And for the past few weeks, I've been fairly accurate on identifying where the draw on liquidity is. At the end of the day, we kept taking sell side. So this is going to be our target. But yeah, so you can see I really didn't have any drawdown. I had 470, 75. So that's like not even a handle of drawdown on this. And my stop was 5 handles. And then once we moved up above here, I moved my stop to this swing low here, and then we were able to get out. So, yep. So that was the trade. We'll go into the trade execution. All right. So here we are. It's about 318, 319. So you can see I have my buy side noted. I'm grading this daily fair value gap, and I'm keeping my eye on that 50% level. So, and just noting the upper 5-minute imbalances, I have that order block. You can see I'm framing my trade. I clearly want to go long. And so, yeah, that's my main target right there. So I'm basically looking for this setup to go from 40.73 3/4 up to 40.78 3/4. That's my trade idea. And then there is a buy side at 40.84. So maybe at one point I'll be able to do multiple contracts and take one off and then have a runner. So, but you can see I'm just noting the sell side, noting a potential market structure shift there. I wasn't sold on this, but I'm noting that fair value gap. And at this point, you can just see I want to see this go down and then come back up. So I'm also looking at the three indices and the dollar. So the red line right here, that's our 1550. That's like that macro time where it's a huge rush of orders come into the market. So I'm waiting to see what this is going to do, because this is kind of just chopping around for me. There it is. There's the move. We took sell side, and I'm just waiting for an entry. Once we take out the swing high right here, I'll note the order block. There's the sell side. And so I was basically waiting for this sell side to be purged once more before it rips higher. Still waiting. And again, I'm on the 15-second. Here we go. So it's kicked in. I'm buying on this order block right here. And you can see I'm tagged in. I got my stop 5 handles below. Once we move up above, you'll see I'll move my stop loss up. So we're almost to the buy side, that first target. So that's technically take profit 1. So I moved it up, and we're tagged out for 5 handles, and it just ripped up to that higher buy side. So I don't know. I think this is pretty awesome. Definitely feel better about the trade from yesterday. Kind of was doing some journaling on that trade, and I did a deep dive into that afternoon session. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So we will go into the TopStep dashboard, and we'll review the account. All right, here we are, TopStep dashboard. Here's the day for today, plus 245.42. And we had a little dip yesterday, so we're gonna work on getting this to move higher. Here's the one entry for today, 2 minutes and 17-second trade, which is pretty awesome. If you guys want to give TopStep a try, I have a link in my description below. You can do a 2-week free trial. Check it out with TradingView if that's what you use, or they have the TopStep Trader, or there's a few other apps that you can use with TopStep. But I think it's a cool way to kind of test yourself. But check that out if you guys are interested. So here is the trading log. Here's our one entry for the 26th, 1552. We have ES long, PM session, 245.42. So we had the macro, displacement, market structure shift, sell stops taken, order block, fair value gap, 15-second. I consider this an A setup. 0.75 handles a drawdown. And let's go to our calendar. So here is our losing day yesterday. Here's our trade for today. And here's a screenshot that I took shortly after. So you can see here we kept taking sell side, was aiming for the buy side the whole time during this time frame. And there's our market structure shift. This is like the classic entry right here. So super happy with that. And let's go to the economic calendar. So today we did have some 8:30 news. There really wasn't a whole lot of movement from it, but tomorrow we should have a big mover, GDP and jobless claims, pending home sales at 10. So those are the big three tomorrow morning. So we'll kind of keep our eyes out for that. And yeah, we will check back in the next time we take a trade. And thanks for watching.